look, here, if you want to have somebody who's very critical of the trans group and thinks they're full of retards, you found the girl, right? Mm-hmm. I think there's lots of issues with trans advocacy, but I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about the group. I'm talking about the idea, which is what I'm wanting to gauge in. People make judgments on appearance.
Body dysmorphic disorder?
What about it?
Should people have a right to get their hands chopped off?
It depends on if there's evidence that it benefits them.
Well, how would it benefit someone to cut their hand off?
Well, how would it benefit somebody to transition? The same.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It does.
It literally doesn't. Suicide ideation is suicidality is actually, to quote Chase Strangio, suicide attempts and suicide do not decrease from transition.
Chase Strangio is not a strong one to, like, the issue here.
Well, the ACLU's lawyer to the Supreme Court is the best example I'm going to come up with.
Sure, but you probably shouldn't use a lawyer when you're talking about like trans, like research.
A lawyer who's trying to convince the Supreme Court is not the better example?
No, I would say researchers are, right? Like, we should go to the actual data. I don't care what lawyers making
rates are in the majority.
Desistance rates for under 18 are, right? The issue is that if you look at data...
So if you're over 18, do whatever you want. I don't care.
You want me to tell you about the data?
Sure.
Okay, so there's tons of research on specifically adults, and this was before it was super politicized, because right now, most of the data that you look at for trans science between like 2018 to about 2024 is politicized on both sides. There's groups that are very anti-trans doing science, and it's garbage, and there's sides that are very pro-trans, and they do science, and it's also garbage.